I don't suppose you could give me a sample of your brain tissue for study purposes.
As long as it's not for culinary purposes. Ooh. At any rate, let's study a really good arcade game, Aiur Chef. Hope you understand the reference. Get into the arcade area. If we don't see it, we probably wouldn't immediately. Type it in, search for it, find it, start it up. When you're looking at a game, you can click how to play. It'll give you some idea, but this particular thing, like many arcade games, doesn't give you much information. Here's a website, though. If you're interested in this game, you can look at that. It has mostly good information. Then you click play, wait for 7 other players to wander into the arena, into the arcade area who have an interest in this and sign up. But we don't have time for that. So since we're just doing a quick introduction, we'll click private game. I'll start the game. I'll just be the only player, but that'll give you an opportunity to look at it. The first thing you're going to want to look at is the recipe area. You're going to pick a recipe. You can do one recipe at a time. You can do all 3 of them and then cycle back through them in any order you want. Keep doing one over and over, although that might get you to diminishing returns. This first recipe, we need a banana. We've now got 1 bananas that we need. We need a terazine tank. We need 1 of those, so we'll go get that. To find these things, we look down on the mini-map. That's the second area we need to look at. And we need a couple zergling shanks now. We see on the mini-map some zergling shanks, so we head down there. The first 2 things we could just walk over and that picks them up. Zergling shanks are inside of zerglings, they're part of zerglings, so we need to come off. Grab a couple zergling shanks and head back to Kitchen Stadium for our 75 points and mystery power-up. Special ability something or other. This is the third thing we need to be aware of. We have 6 slots for carrying things. We'll stop here for a little restoration. Here we've got a little mystery power-up, which we'll see in a minute what that is. Meanwhile, we're on the next recipe. We need the hydraulic spines. So hydraulic spines. We can see here what special ability we'll get, how many points if we do this recipe. So we'll have to kill off this hydralisk while we're being attacked. Look down there, we see our life going away. You need to be careful what you're attacking in the order you do that. You take on a batch ultralisks, might be interesting. Meanwhile, we're just going to queue up going after the bananas and the peanuts, looking at the mini-map. And as you noticed, bananas kind of replace themselves. If you hit one of these things and it's not in a cluster like these peanuts are, and you only see one of them, you can get it, step back, another few seconds, it'll reappear. And we're back to Kitchen Stadium. We look at our 6 things. We have 5 recipe items, plus this compel. I wonder what happens if we click that. In real life, with 7 other players, that would make them all stop whatever they're doing and do a little dance. Do a little dance. Play Starcraft. Play Aiur Chef tonight. Anyway, third recipe. Going to head out, start getting our bananas, check the mini-map to see what else we need. Go up here and see what we can find inside of these critters. And see how that cream helps our recipe. Now, unfortunately, I'm making a little boo-boo here. Wasn't paying close enough attention, didn't look down at my slots, and I thought I'd collected everything, but I didn't. So now I'm standing around wondering what's going on until I look down there and realize, oh, heck, 2 slots are open. What am I going to do? Need to go get something. So off I go. And again, you need to be keeping track of everyone's points to make sure you were staying ahead, and you'd see that up here. Now, there are various achievements you can do here. If you do all 3 recipes in all 3 rounds, this is round 1, there'll be 3 rounds. You can get a really cool portrait. There's an achievement for winning the game, some achievements for some other things like getting 2 recipes in 30 seconds. There's a power-up called the Great Equalizer where somebody nukes you, and you know the nuke's coming. You can go stand by somebody else, get both of you killed. Get that one, I guess. But here I've got confused. So I need to get with it, go back and get this. But look at the time running out. How am I going to get back in time? Down here. I can put some speed on these legs and scurry right along.
Well done, chefs. Round 1 is complete. The theme ingredient for round 2 is Mushroom!
Mushroom would seem more like a Zerg thing. Oh well, you'd have this round, and then you'd have a third round after this, and then that'd be the game.
Entero cuisine!
There are also other games in the arcade that might be interesting if you have done campaign and you've gotten bored by multiplayers. Well, you might. Have fun!
Our first theme ingredient for today's battle is... Holstein cow!